Cain murdered his brother Abel in a fit of jealousy. He couldn't handle that someone, especially his younger brother, his inferior, was better appreciated than himself by Yahweh. Noting that Cain did it to himself because he didn't want to put in the work. And as a consequence, he made someone else pay for his own mistake. Probably thinking to himself that if Abel didn't exist, Cain himself would be good enough by doing the minimum and not his best or what's necessary. Was Cain right by eliminating the competition? How do we know light without darkness? How do we know how good we truly are at our endeavors without competition? Is asking for an easy life the right thing to do? Even if life is hard enough, we can always get stronger. And if we can't, the law of nature shall prevail. How dared Cain give God breadcrumbs because he couldn't be bothered? And Abel, who only wanted to please his father by giving him his best out of love, out of appreciation, without caring at all about showing off to his brother, paid for it? And even if Abel did that to show off, all Cain had to do was rise to the challenge. And if he couldn't, he only had to accept his place in the hierarchy. Can you accept your position in this life that is solely a test? Can you be a failure in society's eyes while still giving your best, appreciating God by being obedient, without resenting your brother or sister who's more capable and fortunate than you? Dad tests us in different ways, and not only when we feel like we deserve it. He tests us even when we feel that everything is already against us. If everything's allowed for you to win, it means that when a robber kills an innocent person because she wouldn't hand over her possessions, means that the robber is right because he comes from an unprivileged place, and those who are privileged either by birth or extremely hard work, perhaps the robber, without knowing that she came from a worse place that he was from, have to succumb to the whims of those who use evil tactics to get what they want, or have to downplay their qualities. And even if she also used evil tactics to get to where she was, revenge belongs to the Lord, by also telling us not to judge one another. So, it wasn't his place to make her pay. Abel shouldn't have had to worry about looking over his shoulder. Trying to please God was hard enough. But that was his problem, right? By having one single focus, by being a good person, wanting to please and trust those he loved, he didn't see what was coming and paid for it. He didn't actually pay for anything, he was robbed. He was robbed out of his life. Should we always be looking out for Cains in our lives? Isn't that exhausting? People think we can't be like Abel because all you do end up being is taken advantage of. However, that's the law of man. Abba tells us to turn the other cheek. So, at the end of the day, the question is not if we should be more like Cain or Abel, but if we are being obedient to God. It's not easy when the owner of this world is Lucifer. But God needs to know for sure if you can resist Satan in any situation, so he can allow you a place in his kingdom. Not forgetting that training is needed, and you will stumble from time to time. So don't despair if you feel like you messed up beyond belief. Your soul can always be saved. Even if you don't feel like it can. It's like if you're fat and you tell yourself you can't lose the weight, or if you think that you can't stop smoking cigarettes. Just do the work and then come talk to me. It is all in your mind. Actions speak louder and have more effect than words, no matter what you think. And, as long as you don't think that you can just keep sinning and when you're done having your fun now you can repent. We all have our moments of weakness, disobedience, rebellion, and unbelief. Because, if there's one person that you can't pull wool over their eyes, that person indeed is the Most High. At the end of the day, all Cain did was send Abel to the Lord, to heaven. One way or another he always lost to Abel, and it was always by his wrongdoing. God gave Cain the opportunity either to get better and stronger or to find another path to please God. But Cain just wanted what Abel had by any means necessary, less by the ones of the Most High. Just like Lucifer, he chose himself.